Welcome to episode 2 in Sunkenland, and check out Citizen Z with his flip-flops on, looking the biz. Now, this episode is mostly going to be a narrated episode due to Z's voice not being recorded properly by my OBS, and some of the recording not being captured properly either. Now, if you wish to catch up on episode 1, please visit Citizen Z's channel, which I'll link in the description below. So this is our first look around since the 0.2 update hit the main branch. Was that big freaking rock there before? Is it a little bit more misty as well for you? Now, what we've also discovered is that the map now shows blueprints. As you can see on the Castaway Island, it shows as green, but on the apartments, for example, shows as blue. And what we can only assume is that one's been found and the other one has not. Now, we've also got our build menu, and we were unable to see the flag showing on the build menu, but we'd later discover where that is when we upgrade the workbench. So what we're going to be doing is effectively working towards getting the materials that we needed to upgrade said workbench to level 2, and we were just a bit short on a couple of them, so decided that maybe we should go just over the way, one of the new locations we hadn't explored yet, and, you know, essentially see what was out there. Now, we also were looking at potentially upgrading some of our equipment, so the water purifier, the grill, and possibly putting some defenses up. But we thought, heck, let's go over. We've got a little bit of time. We can go over and explore the new location, which is just over the way. So the boat was all empty, it's ready to go, but before C's gonna drive, before we could get too far, well, he'd barely left shore, maybe, you know, a couple of meters, we were getting attacked already. So it was more of a abandoned ship, and off we go. You son of a... Right, come here, I'm gonna smack you with your own weapon. Alright, he's down. We're gonna... Oh, man, he's got... Come here! Oh, I need to turn my ABS, like... Ah! So, as you can see, we took care of the mutants, and we took all their stuff. Now, for the most part, these mutants are dropping cloth and wood. They're not going to be dropping necessarily anything of particular value, just simply because of the level, as it were, of the enemy. But we managed to get bandaged up, and because of the time of day, we then decided to stay home just to organize our stuff. And potentially work on the base. Now, we discovered here that the metal defensive wall actually has a higher value now, which makes it a lot harder for the enemy to bash it down, basically. So, in the morning, we decided to go over to what's now called the village and have a little explore. As you can see on the left there, it shows you the location of the blueprint now, which makes it a lot easier for you to find. That's not to say that it's the only blueprint in that location, but it's likely to be that that's the one that allows you, say, to progress within the game. So here, as you can see, it's on the wall, and this blueprint was the planter. Now, that's going to make it easier for us now to plant our own resources, especially strawberries, because someone just, you know, keeps eating them. Not me. So we both had a look around this new location. There's tons here to explore, plenty of resources. You can see there's metal, cars, things to break up, ovens, wash machines, food, hard materials. Now, there's one thing that I believe is new to the game. So, a new type of searchable item, which is this here. Now, I called Z over to look at it because I didn't think I'd seen it before, and I wanted him to open it because it's basically full of components. Which for us is great because you need, despite the fact you can build components, it is, along with rubber and metal, an important part of the building process. Now, I also found a blueprint here called that concave cabinet, which has 30 storage slots. Now, I wasn't aware that the furniture in the game had storage. I thought it was simply decorative, but Z informed me that that wasn't the case. So, hey, we've now got a piece of furniture that we can build that has 30 storage slots, which is, well, actually pretty fantastic because the boxes get filled up pretty quick. Now, we made it back to the island, and I decided that it would be worth putting up some defenses to protect the foundations of our base, as previous attacks have shown that the mutants have a fondness for going for the foundations, and I'm guessing if they damage them to a certain level, that they are potentially likely to then make the upper levels collapse. So I figured that if we could put some metal defenses down just to simply protect the foundations of the base, that would be great. Now, what I wanted to do is definitely have a gate or a door, as it were, on here because inside that cave, uh, uh, a container continuously respawns with good loot. I mean, it's kind of like your little starter kit when you first load in. It made sense to be able to continue to access that part of the location. So I thought I'd put a big door in there and allow us access to items that respawn in that area. So, decided to go to bed, and a new morning dawns. Get ourselves, or get myself, or make sure that I'm fed and watered and go and check out my defenses that I'd built in the dark. Now, this is the container I was talking about. It basically contains a starter kit, but you know, proves useful as far as being continuously available to us. You know, food, drink, a bandage, a torch, and of course, rubber duck. Now, I thought I'd go around, just get some of the local resources, and perhaps capture some of the local wildlife, keep ourselves in good health. Now, these rubber ducks can be sold, but you know what? I thought I'd keep them and you know, build a little army. There we go. Because one lookout obviously is not enough. So there's the start. Here's the start to my new rubber duck army. We're gonna have to come up with names for these guys, though, you know. So, any ideas? Chuck it in the comments. Now, I decided to make myself a bag, which will increase my storage slots. Now, Z's already got a bag, so I only had to make that for myself. And then I thought I'd carry on building the defenses to help out with just stopping the mutants or any of the enemy really, just to stop them getting up on the rocks quite so easily. Now, what I did discover after putting the defenses together, because they don't snap at this point, is that I've got quite a few gaps. It's not pretty, but I figure that if I can't fit through the gaps, then neither can the mutants. So I decided to go out for on the hunt for just a couple more materials, and it's really at this point we're looking for rubber. That seems to be the one thing that you need to upgrade most of, or research even, a lot of the items, but it's the one thing that we are necessarily not finding a lot of. So I've gone out looking to grab what I can and take it back to base. So I've got what I needed. I head back to Z at this point and go to give him the rubber to allow him to upgrade the workbench, which is sorely needed at this point, just to allow us to build upgraded features such as the water purifier, the furnace, the grill. As you can see there's a wooden sailboat available. But we needed marlin skin, so I went off hunting for a marlin to take that back because I wanted to research the armor. We also discovered that the flag is available once you upgrade to level 2 workbench. So there's our flag, which now officially claims our island, keeping the color the same color as the ducks, because, you know, why not? So this is the combat armor here that I wanted to research. It's got quite a good protection compared to what we're wearing now, but realized that we needed the marlin skin. But we also need badly at this point need the furnace to be built to get the ingots, which is what we need to actually really move forward. So here we are cooking. We're gonna have a bit to drink, build some storage. Generally, this evening, on this evening, we decided to just have a good sort out. So I decided to build some more boxes for meds, farming materials, split up the food from the drink, from the cooking ingredients. Z was doing the same thing, and we ended up with a lovely, tidy base. And in the morning, we decided that we were going to take on the nearest mutant camp. Stay tuned to see how it went. Now you can see here, this is the big rock. Now once it rendered in, we realized that this is the radio tower, which is mentioned in the missions on that new tab that you have in that sort of journal. So yeah, we can see that now, and here is the mutant camp. Now it has been changed slightly. You've got these sort of, well, these stands, these elevated stands, which has now got basically a sentry on each one, and they've all got either bows or crossbows. And we were riding around it, desperately looking for that age-old entrance where you're bottlenecked, but that helps you fight them too. And we couldn't find it. So I continued to do the driving and be relatively useless at this point, and Z was the hero here, and using his bow and arrow to fire at the enemy whilst we were getting shot upon. Now I appreciate you can't see the animations of him firing the bow, but that's just, that's just something that comes with an early access game, and we don't mind it so much. He was actually doing a rather good job of picking off the mutants one by one, as we were desperately looking for the entrance. Now, what you'll find is after we circumvented the base a couple of times, that the way in to this mutant stronghold now is actually underwater. Now, I think this is a fantastic idea, and here I go, full force, not giving a monkeys, trying to beat them all to death with this new weapon that I got off of one of them in the last episode. Definitely. Oh yeah. If I... have I got any cloth? I've got cloth. Bandages. Medical. Craft. Use. Right. So they had exactly what we needed, and Z actually found an X marks the spot. But the loot is what we found, or the way to said loot was hidden inside this internal structure that you see, which it didn't matter if you crouched down or tried to jump over it. We just were having trouble trying to get in, but I was determined. You know me, I'm like, you know, I needed to find a way in, so we decided to go underwater. There's got to be a way in. We could see that the ladder went down. Found all these nooks and crannies. All these little sort of tunnels through the rock. Generally had a good look around. And could we find a way in via the water? No. We spent quite a bit of time at this point really, really looking around. And especially for me, mostly ignoring what my character needed, and yeah, promptly ended up dying. I basically drowned whilst trying to find this entrance and not concentrating that you have to go up for breath. So I respawned. I made sure I didn't repair my armor. I don't know why, and I managed to get back to my body, pick up my stuff, and yeah, utterly determined. Now, I have to note at this point that Z was away from his keyboard. He wasn't there at this point. I finally found a way in over the fences you can see there and through the gap in the structure, and you can get in. Now, as you can see, Z is over there and he is not at his keyboard. It's very important to note that at this point. So, like the loot goblin I am, I decided to find a way up to the interior level and loot like, yeah, nobody had looted before. And there was a lot of good stuff up here. I'm not entirely sure how they managed to, you know, fit a skip up here, but they did, and it was chocked. And I subsequently got very, very full and pretty much filled my inventory. Now, it was getting dark and my character was starting to get cold. And as I was looking for a way to make a light source, this happened. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I don't know what's happening right now. Z! Z, are you back? Oh, Z. Z, you back? Oh, no. Z! Oh, Z! We're gonna protect you! Ah, no! Oh, no! Z! Come back! Oh, no. Z, we're in trouble. You need to come back. Summer button. Z, seriously? Come back. Oh, and I got bandage. Wait. Bandage. Craft. Use. Oh, it's dark. I can't see nothing. See? No, did you? I literally stood here protecting your body because literally I found a way in. And then as I was up there looting, yeah, the music changed. I didn't realize you were dead. Oh, sorry about that. And I'm absolutely chocked full of stuff. I was like, oh, I'll just wait until he comes back and then he can come up and, get some stuff. And then the music started and I was like, Z, please come back. Z, where are you? Come back. Z, I need you. So as the sun came up, we looted the rest and eventually found the way out from that internal structure. And voila, it's exactly where the tanker is. So for you at home who didn't know, that's where you need to look for. There's a big gap. Now, as you can see there, you are also not at the moment able to put down a flag in that stopping the mutants from respawning on an island that you have effectively cleared and taken. So it's likely that they will respawn if we ever go back there until they fix that. Now, we hadn't been home for 5 seconds before, as you can see, we got attacked again. Okay, I'm already down here. Oh, we need a crossbow so bad. Come here then, you. Come on then. I'll take you on and all your friends right beside you. Gimme. Oh, I got another one of those mace things. So the battle continued, but I was struggling with my stamina. I needed to go back and repair my armor, which I did, and then we carried on the fight. Managed to take them all down and loot all their bodies. So we got the furnace researched, built, put where we want it. We also built the advanced water purifier. This makes it so much easier. You don't have to keep going to the sea with buckets for water. We also got the upgraded grill. And I went around and repaired any of the defenses which took a bit of a beating. And generally then looked to carry on building our defenses, basically. Now, whilst I was doing that, Z was sorting out our loot, doing cooking, building medicine, creating medicines, and looking how to basically upgrade our base further and nipping out for any supplies that we needed. Now, despite the non-snapping abilities of the defenses, we do have to remember that this is still a very new game. It's literally just had its 0.2 update, and to be honest, despite all of that, so for any little bits that we're finding, it's still a really good game. It is a lot of fun. I have to say, having played it on single player for you guys and now doing these collaborations with Citizen Z, it is a lot more fun playing with someone else and a lot less stressful, especially when it comes to being attacked. So if you're on your own and you're worrying about everything, but it seems like when there's two of you, you can kind of take on the world, as it were. Someone's got your back, or someone's protecting one side whilst you're protecting the other. So it is still a very good game and still very attractive, actually. The graphics and the effects on this are still really, really good. I can't really fault it at the minute. I think it's a really good looking game. It's got a great crafting system. So for any little bits that we kind of whine about, we have to remember it is still really new and actually a lot of fun and really, really good game. Now, the idea with these defenses really was to maybe try and create a choke point. So potentially look to encourage the enemy to come in at one particular point, making it a lot easier for us to take care of them, especially if we can upgrade our weapons. So that's getting a crossbow and potentially building or making weapons that fire bullets. That would be super, because at some point, despite the fact we're only on day 13, we are going to start getting attacked by stronger and harder enemy, so we need to be prepared for that. And I figure this wall might help that. I mean, I might be completely wrong. They might not do as we're expecting them to do, but I figured it was worth a shot. So, whilst depleting our metal reserves quite badly, actually, I decided to continue at least creating a whole wall. Now, after I built this and put in some stairs, which you'll see in a minute, my OBS decided to stop recording, and that's where you're going to see the end of this episode. Now, we didn't actually do too much more. We only went about another 30 minutes, and that was mostly just sorting our stuff out, chatting about the game, and arranging for the next time that we're going to play. So that's where you're going to see it end. Now, I hope you have enjoyed what you've seen today. Apologies that it's a more of a narrated episode rather than just the two of us sort of chatting and this sort of natural gameplay, as it were. But it was basically the best that I could come up with in order to salvage the footage that I had without it basically being an episode of these large gaps where I'm listening to Z talking and you can't hear that. It's very, 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 very quiet, and I don't have the ability with the software I have to make it any louder or separate his audio and turn it up. So that's why you've got this episode the way that it is. Hopefully, the next episode you will find on Z's channel, so we're probably going to look to alternate the episodes, and we are having a lot of fun. So as far as we're concerned, we're going to keep going and make you guys out there an episode 4. So if you liked what you saw today, leave me a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and hit that notification bell. And of course, please go and do the same over on Citizen Z's channel, and like I said, you'll be able to catch up with episode 1 there. So this is where we're going to leave it, and I'm going to say, as I always do, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take it easy and take care.